Governor Matawali gives ultimatum to unrepentant bandits as federal government set to deploy 6,000 troops. Chief of Defense Staff Irabo expresses armed forces readiness to flush out criminals in Nigeria. Governor Ganduje calls for resumption of international flights at Makia. In business, NNPC denies non-remittance of 4.76 trillion naira into Federation account. On international scene, 39 African migrants die as boat sinks off Tunisian coast. On sports, Gombe United coach vows not to compromise on Nigeria Professional Football League target. Welcome to SVTV News. I am Samira Ibrahim. Governor Bello Muhammad Matawalla Maradun of Zamfara State has issued a 2-month ultimatum to unrepentant bandits to key into peace dialogue as federal government set to deploy additional 6,000 troops to the state.
The recalcitrant bandits have been given 2 months from today within which to embrace the peace process and surrender their weapons to the government. All political actors are hereby strongly warned to desist from any act capable of endangering the state security, as security agencies have been directed to monitor the activities of all the political actors and take appropriate action against the violators. Traditional rulers and local government council sole administrators are hereby directed to always remain in their respective domain to monitor the influx of any suspicious characters. Conveyance of more than 2 persons on motorbike is hereby banned with immediate effect. Security agents are directed to arrest and arraign the violators of this order for prosecution. Government also prohibits the movement of motorbike in group in all the nook and crannies of the state. Security forces are hereby directed to ensure total compliance of this order.
The governor insisted that activities of informants are becoming worrisome in the state.
It is also observed that informants are becoming rampant and their callous activities are detected due to some of our people's attitude of indifference.
He said the sad episode of Jangebi schoolgirls' abduction had shook the people of Zamfara State, Nigerians, and the entire world.
As you may recall, it was early morning at about 1 a.m. on Friday, 26th of February 2021, when a group of bandits attacked Government Girls Junior Secondary School Jangebi in Tilatimafara local government area of the state and abducted 279 schoolgirls. This sad episode shook the people of the Zamfara state, our fellow Nigerians, and the entire world. It again brought to the global attention the type of security challenges our state and many others in the north were battling with, and brought to the fore the urgent need to take further steps to deal with the situation comprehensively. We have already secured the release of all the 279 abducted students, held and heavy. They have all been reunited with the members of their families.
It brought to the global attention the type of security challenges the state and many others in the north are battling with, and the urgent need to take further steps to deal with the situation comprehensively. Meanwhile, the governor has called on media houses within and outside the state to always verify information before publishing their reports. He said that the state government noted with dismay over some unverified reports on both broadcast and print media houses on security situation in the state.
We have observed with great dismay the activity of some few media organizations in promoting fake news, causing psychological trauma and panic among our people. Gamma is therefore calling on such media organizations that publish or air news or opinion concerning the security situation in the state without proper cross-checking and the balancing of their report before going to press to desist from such professional misconduct.
The chairman of Zamfara State Council of Chiefs, who is also the Emir of Anka, Alhaji Muhammad Attahir Ahmad, has alerted service chiefs, alleging that more than 30,000 bandits with sophisticated weapons are in the state. The service chiefs, led by Chief of Defense Staff General Loki Leo Irabo, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Attahiru, Chief of Army Staff Admiral A. Gambo, Chief of Naval Staff, and Air Vice Marshal Amawu, who were at Government House Gusau on Tuesday for a courtesy visit to Governor Bello Matawalle, said they were in the state to see troops and know the happenings considering the issue of insecurity in the state. According to the Chief of Defense Staff, the service chiefs were aware of insecurity bedeviling the state. They urged traditional rulers to continue to enlighten their subjects that there is nothing better than peace. He maintained that time has come to reverse the ugly trend of insecurity in the state.
Our revered traditional rulers, who are actually custodians of peace in their various domains. And I think that their role is very critical. So that they are here means that you accord a lot of regard to not only the traditional rulers, but equally the role that they play. So I want to also thank you that you have accepted to be here on the invitation of His Excellency, the Executive Governor. We value your contributions, and we know that you've been doing quite a lot, and we expect also that you do more by going to let your subjects know that there's nothing better than peace.
Earlier, the Emir of Anka and Chairman of Zamfara State Council of Chiefs, Alhaji Muhammad Attahir Ahmad, said traditional rulers in the state has confidence in the new service chiefs.
We are actually not only in prayer mood, but in happy mood today in Zamfara. By virtue of the presence of these strong defense officers. We are full of prayer for you since your inception. We have hope on you, we rely on you, and we are very optimistic that you will do something to help us.
The Emir called on the new service chiefs to synergize their work and use their vast experience to bring an end to insecurity in the state and northwest.
I feel that you unite, really four of you, let's do synergy, cooperate. Ours is grateful, and we are still continuing to pray. And His Excellency is doing his best. You know the president of the Federal Government of Nigeria, he has a very heart, but we want more effort. So we thank you for coming. We pray to Almighty God that the way you come safely, may He also you have young man's back to education. And may Almighty God help you, in achieving what we all expect, what we all looking for in the whole nation.
The Emir stressed that the dialogue on the peace process has yielded fruits, saying the state had no other option than to go on dialogue initiated by Governor Bello Muhammad Matawalle.
We have no option. The agency has no option but to resort to dialogue with these people. Because, yes, there are security forces, but make a comparison with the number of bandits. You can see that there's no way the present number of people can cope or can even handle the banditry activities in the world.
The attention of Zamfara State Police Command has been drawn to a fake video clip circulating currently on social media platform, revealing an attack on police station and killing of policemen by gunmen, which was connected to Zamfara State. The connection of the video to Zamfara State is a circulated attempt by some unscrupulous elements to create apprehension and confusion into the minds of the general public and to further ridicule the good image of the state. From the crime statistics of the command, no police station or formation or any security outfit in the state was attacked by bandits or any group of criminals in the last 2 years. The command therefore enjoined members of the public to disregard the video clip and go about their legitimate business. The military says it is ready to flush out criminals in Zamfara State and other parts of Nigeria and give the citizens a new lease to live. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, made this known during a one-day working visit to Zamfara State. The Chief of Defense Staff, Lucky Irabo, who led the service chiefs to Zamfara State to access the ongoing military operations in the northwest geopolitical zone, said it is time to end the security challenges bedeviling the state and the country at large.
We are aware of the expectations arising from the unending spate of insecurity in Zamfara State. The whole essence of establishing Operation Hadarin Daji is to work in partnership with the other security agencies and ensure that peace return, not only in Zamfara State, but of course in particular in Zamfara State, but across the entire Northwest.
He says the military will go all out against criminal elements who do not want peace to prevail in the country. Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalli had made a case for more modern war hardware for the security agencies to nip the current insecurity confronting not only Zamfara State but the country at large.
People have much hope on this, your team, and much is expected from most of you. So the only thing we'll do for you is to pray for you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should give you the strength and the capability of handling the affairs of security architecture in this country.
The newly appointed Zamfara State Commissioner for Information, Alhaji Ibrahim Dosara, has reported to the ministry. Receiving Alhaji Ibrahim Dosara, the outgoing commissioner of the ministry, Alhaji Suleiman Tunau Anka, congratulated the new commissioner on his well-deserved appointment. Alhaji Suleiman Tunau Anka said the ministry will no doubt record a number of achievements in addition to what he was able to achieve during his tenure. In his remarks, the incoming commissioner, Alhaji Ibrahim Dosara, called on the staff to give him maximum cooperation and support towards moving the ministry to the next level of development. He said there had been a very good relationship and understanding between him and staff of the ministry even before the creation of Zamfara State, and enjoined them to maintain the tempo. Katsina State Government has reiterated its commitment to partner with any organization aimed at enhancing capacity and job creation among youths in the state. Governor Aminu Bello Masari stated this when he received the management staff of Standard Organization of Nigeria, led by the Director General Malam Farooq Salim, on a courtesy call. Governor Masari said the resolve of the Standard Organization of Nigeria to partner with the state government in training youth on micro and small enterprises is a welcome development. The governor observed that through such programs, the issue of insecurity will be reduced as many youth will be engaged to become productive members of the society. He decried how majority of youth that attend Western education depend on government for white-collar jobs instead of using their experience to become employers of labor. The Katsina State Police Command says it neutralized a bandit and recovered an AK-47 rifle after a fierce gun duel. The command also said it arrests a member of notorious syndicate of bandits, armed robbers, kidnappers who confessed to have participated in the kidnapping of a village head. For more details on this story, over on to our Katsina State correspondent, Suraja Lami Malumfashi.
The Police Public Relations Officer SP Gambo Isa said police patrol team attached to Sapana Division while on routine patrol along Runka to Bori axis exactly after Garin Tambari before reaching to Ilela village had an encounter with bandit numbering about 5 armed with AK-47 rifles. The team engaged the hoodlums and faced gun duel, as a result of which one of the bandits was neutralized and his AK-47 rifle was 2 rounds of 7.62mm live ammunition were recovered. According to the PPRO, the command also succeeded in arresting one Lawal Umar alias Bami, aged 35 years of Saskia village, Safana local government, a notorious bandit and a member of kidnap for ransom syndicate. Gambo Isa said in the course of investigation, suspect confessed to have participated in several attacks on villages in Safana, Dusama and the Charanchi local government of Katsina State. The suspect also confessed to have participated in the kidnapping of village head of Radda, Charanchi local government, in which they shoot and kill the junior brother of the village head, one Alhaji Aminu Umar, aged 60 years. Furthermore, he confessed to have received the sum of 1 million naira as his own share of the ransom they collected from the relatives of the village head before his release. Lawal alias Bami confessed to be a member of a camp of one notorious bandit leader, Tukur Mekusa, who is on the command wanted list. A locally fabricated revolver rifle and a motorcycle were also recovered during the course of investigation. Suraj Alami Malumpashi, SVTV News.
Kano State Governor Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduji has appealed to the federal government to reopen the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Kano, to allow for resumption of international flight operations. He lamented that continued closure of the airport was causing hardship to international travelers from northern part of the country, even as the action is severely impacting of ease of doing business in Kano State. The governor spoke when he led a delegation of legislators, business, traditional and civic leaders to pay a visit to the Minister of Aviation, Senator Hadi Sirika, in Abuja. The closure of Makia has impacted negatively on the business environment in Kano, which is the commercial nerve center of northern Nigeria and even some West African countries. On business, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation has denied non-remittance of 4.76 trillion naira to the Federation account as claimed by the 2016 report of the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation. Mr. Umar Ajia, NNPC Chief Financial Officer, said this when he appeared before Senate Committee on Public Account to defend queries raised by Auditor General of the Federation against the corporation. Mr. Umar said that the issue in question had to do with domestic crude that NNPC lifted to either refine and sell in exchange for refined product imported to the country. On international scene, "39 African migrants, including several children, perished at dawn on Tuesday off the Tunisian coast after a boat carrying 93 people sank. Their bodies were recovered by a relief unit in the waters of the Mediterranean port in southern Tunisia. A spokesman for the Tunisian National Guard, Housamandini Jababli, confirmed the incident to the Associated Press. A second boat also ran aground in the same area. According to a statement from the Tunisian Defense Ministry, Navy and Coast Guard teams and volunteer fishing boats found 39 bodies and rescued a total of 165 migrants from both vessels. The survivors were taken to the Sfax fishing port for administrative cautioning, while a search for survivors or other victims was continuing. On sports, Gombe United Football Club's technical advisor Alhaji Ali Zubairu on Monday vowed not to compromise in effort towards securing promotion to the Nigeria Professional Football League next season. Alhaji Zubairu told newsmen shortly after his team defeated Green Beret Football Club of Zaria in Gombe that they still remained committed Reports said that Gombe United won 2-0 in the Day 5 fixture of the 2020-2021 Nigeria National League. Alhaji Zubairu said his team's target was the Nigerian Professional Football League slot, adding that they remain committed to securing that promotion with every match played in the Nigerian National League. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. Governor Bello Matawalle gives ultimatum to unrepentant bandit as federal government set to deploy 6,000 troops. Chief of Defense Staff Irabo expresses armed forces readiness to flush out criminals in Nigeria. Governor Ganduje calls for resumption of international flights at Makia on business. NNPC denies non-remittance of 4.76 trillion naira into Federation account. On international scene, 39 African migrants die as boat sinks off Tunisian coast. On sports, Gombe United coach vows not to compromise on Nigeria Professional Football League target. That's the news. On behalf of the production crew, Head of News and Current Affairs Department Ibrahim Garbatuna, I am Samira Ibrahim. Thanks for watching.